Hello everyone. Well, unbelievable, a sunny day. It's the 15th of December and a snowstorm is heading towards New York. 17 inches they predict, so this may be the last time I wear this t-shirt for a while. I'm looking out over there now. There's a beautiful exotic looking bird on the tree. Kind of got a yellow head and bright blue wings. We don't see these types of birds in Scotland, so it's one of the pleasures of this quiet time is letting the birds have some life. So anyway, as I've been sending you all these emails, the finals are here almost, and tomorrow is the kind of cut-off day that I put. Now I've said it in emails, and really, I'm going to be super lenient and gentle with the grading. I know that everyone has had at the best a tough semester, at the worst a really tough semester. I know a lot of you have had serious things going on that you've told me about them, and it's no one's getting it easy just now, so that's it. All you need to do is send me anything. It's only if you haven't contacted me and you've not bothered at all about even just saying hi the whole semester that you're going to be in trouble. But if you contact me, let me know how you are, what's going on, I can assure you I'll be super lenient in the grading. So don't let this be a panic for you, let it be a pleasure. The two P's, panic and pleasure. So let's have some pleasure. So I got some pleasure, I got some postcards. And it's always interesting to see what comes out. Now you remember the written exercise. Choose an object close to you, a pen, a chair, a cup, a plant, and explore it visually with pen or pencil. So just a drawing on these postcards that I sent out to you. Look at it with great interest, almost curiosity. Avoid any objects with strong personal associations that remind you of the past, such as where you bought it, who gave it to you, and so on. Avoid anything that has writing on it, such as a book or a bottle with a label with writing on it. It would stimulate thought. Without straining, relaxed but alert, give your complete attention to the object, every detail of it. If thoughts arise, don't get involved with them. It is not the thoughts you are interested in, but the act of perception itself. Now that's important to make that distinction. And that's what you're learning here. If you're going to learn anything, it's to make a distinction between what you think you're seeing and what you're actually seeing. Can you take the thinking out of the perceiving? Now, if you don't understand these words, just go to old Guru Google and look them up. Look up thinking and look up perceiving and see if there is a difference between those two things. Can you look and draw without the voice in your head commenting? That constant chatter that's inside your head, that yama all the time. Usually negative stuff, thinking about other people, criticizing them, thinking about people that look different from you, criticizing them, thinking of anybody who's different and being down on them. Don't let that chatter overtake you. That's just the nonsense inside the mind that goes on and on and on like a never-ending cycle of complaints. Don't become that. Observe it, see it, face it, accept it, let it go, because there is something real beyond that. If you do this once a week and create a drawing based on your work, you'll become more aware and alert to things around you. Your drawing will improve as you become less conscious and find yourself more aware and calm as you draw what you see without being distracted by overthinking. Now that's an important exercise, and I know all of you can't do it, but some of you did manage it. So I got some more postcards. Here's one from Destiny, which is a nice one of the lamp, maybe in the living room or in the kitchen, in the bedroom. Houseplant, Jacqueline. So I think you can see it there. It's almost an abstract of the houseplant just coming out there. And these pieces of paper got slightly smudged in the transportation, but I kind of like that. You know, it gives it a feeling of tactile reality. It's been through hands and it's been through machines and it's survived. Now this one is by Jacqueline. I think it's a chest of drawers in a cupboard. It's that way. Maybe Jacqueline will tell me which way it goes. Here's a nice one. This is David. And I think that one got a little bit smudged as well. That is a salt container, as far as I can make out. A little container of salt. Someone who wrote, that's the card, that's the envelopes I sent you with the stuff in it. Someone sent that back. I like that. I'm guessing that's a self-portrait because I haven't seen, apart from people who, I don't think anyone sent me their photograph, just one person, so I don't really know what you look like apart from your self-portraits. So, you know, that's it. So here's another one. This is, all right, you know, it's, I wonder if, you know, that exists as a little model in the house, or it's just been done from the head. This is one of my favorites, Xavier. I really like this one. I think that's the right way up. You know, what happened is either Xavier or someone folded it in the post, and what happened is the pencil created a mirror image. It kind of traced itself there when it was folded in. It pressed out another image. And I like those scissors with the mirror image. And Xavier did the shadowing around the scissors as well, which adds to it. A lot of people, even though I taught shadows at the beginning of the classes, didn't really, you know, it's hard to see shadows because most people don't see shadows. Or they see them, but they think, they don't perceive them. In other words, they're blind to what they're seeing. And the beauty about art is that it's about awakening your inner eye so that you see lots of things that you normally would have taken for granted. It's why this is almost, I wouldn't say it's a good time, the coronavirus, but it gives people a chance to see the ordinary life around them and to appreciate it. You know, the small things like these birds that you just rush around with, ignoring. They're not caring one bit or the other what's going on with us. They're perfectly happy with their bird world, and they have a great world. They can flit around and go into this and that and the other, and they've got plenty of food, and they can live wherever they like. So we kind of admire them in their freedom while we're all kind of trapped with money and relationships and fears and all the other stuff that goes on inside the human mind. So release yourself from that. And that's another one here. This is by, no, there's no name on it. It's another nice one of, it looks like mummy, daddy and baby apple in a bowl. I love this one. I love this simple curve of the bowl. You see, that's clever. I like that piece of art, but you didn't put your name on it. At least I can't find a name. And there's no name on the back, so maybe you let me know who did that one. Here's somebody who sent this. God. Actually, I'm not sure where that, I think that came, I don't know how that came through the post. Is it maybe this way? I'm not sure what it is. I think it could be one of those things that the, is it a spirit catcher you know, that the Native Americans have. It's against a kind of dark landscape. This person actually painted that and sent it to me. But again, I'm sad to say that there's no name attached. Ah, here we are, yes. Latoya. Okay. Which way that is. And Ian's been doing stuff. I'm still working with the acrylics on this thing. It's slow but sure because I seem to be ending up doing a lot of housework around, you know, I've painted a wall and I've done stuff at the front and everything, but I've been painting all these bricks one by one and they're still far from finished. So this painting is going to take a long time to complete. It's still working and working slowly on the way. And the acrylics are not naturally my medium, you know, I'm going to just endure this, you know, but it's not, you know, it's like wearing different clothes or something like that that you're not used to, you know, you're not totally comfortable with them. So we'll see how it goes, you know. The worst thing is I bought so many of them at the beginning of this semester because I wanted to use acrylic like you guys, that I kind of feel obliged to use them. You know, Scottish like to get their money's worth, okay? So that's that. And one that was another one of my birds in front of doors, and this one is not acrylic, it's oil. So this is a big door with a big metal old rusty door knocker, and this, whoops, this rooster is just having a little walk. This actual door I observed a year ago when I was in my hometown in Scotland, a place called Wick, and it's quite near my mother's house on a street called Barbara Place. And you know, I'm always standing in front of these things for ages, you know. People walk back and forth as they go to a supermarket or the railway station, and they kind of see this weird man standing in front of a door staring at it for, you know, they obviously think it's a nutcase, but you know, I'm making mental notes and drawing notes and everything I can to kind of absorb that. And as I said, I'm Year of the Rooster, so this is my rooster thing, and you know, I'm kind of strutting rooster, and there he is going in front of it here. You know, I did a whole series of birds in front, you know, these are man-made creations behind the backgrounds. And I did a whole, or I'm still doing a whole series of birds in front of doors or perched or doing something, you know, as if the bird is the kind of spirit that needs to be free, and the man-made doors and other things are kind of barriers, and also doors can be opened, so the barriers can be opened. So there's a kind of combination of yin and yang, you know, the quest for freedom and also the need for being able to create direction and discipline so that the freedom goes in a direct, you know, goes in the way that you would need it to go to. You know, you could say, oh, have a lot of freedom and just run around like a headless chicken, but that would be no use because your life would be like a baby's life, lost and aimless. So you want to have some ability to be completely open and able to experience life in a childlike way, but not a childish way. And I'll make the distinction between that when I finish up. A childlike would be, you still have your inner child and you can appreciate the beauty and spontaneity and the presence of life, you know, the presence of this moment now as I'm speaking to you, the presence of being alive at this very second, not worrying about the future and not having regrets about the past, but just living right now at this moment. That's childlike, you know, that's really enjoying it. Childish is complaining and arguing and being nasty and doing stupid things and causing general grief and chaos because you're just absolutely out of control, you know, and that's childish. So childish and childlike are two very different things. You don't want to be childish, but you want to be childlike. I hope I explained that clearly, and if any of you want to make comments, you know, you're welcome. I can explain it in even more detail. But as you know, these films shouldn't go on forever because we only have the ability to take in so much information, and then the rest of it becomes yabba yabba yabba, like the endless chattering inside the head. So on that note, send in whatever you can over the next few days. Like the 16th, tomorrow, Wednesday, I made the cut-off day, but just send in anything and I can assure you I'll grade you leniently. But I must get the stuff in because I have to have the grades in over the next week. So do send something in. As I said, even if you just communicate to me and let me know how you are and what's been going on and anything at all, and that will work in your favor. I just need human communication through these mediums. That's how we're doing it this semester. So that's it for now. Send in anything. If you haven't managed to do all the stuff and you feel overwhelmed with the essays and the quizzes and the two portraits, even if you just send in one thing, you know, that'll do it. Okay, that'll get you there. Okay, so that's it for now. Let's see if this thing works. It's always been a yeah. Nope. I'll do it by hand. So bye bye everyone.